Hello world, we're live. It's me, the Jcrow, and today we're in Adobe Animate, continuing the Neru project that I started last stream. 3, 2, 1, canvas reveal. Ta-da! So Squeaky Clean spent a lot of today working out how to do certain role allocations in Discord. So I've started updating my server, which is something we've been meaning to do for a while. So it's now got roles. It's only got 3 at the moment. One is a live notification, so you get an alert when I go live. And 2 of them are for art and artist and animation tags. But I'm open to ideas for adding more. We've got functional for now, functionality. I got a couple more Nerus at the end. We're going to be doing the lineup for the remaining ones. We've got Colby one. So I discussed adding a Jcrow reference, so I ended up going with Colby because it's cute. I thought it'd be a cute costume. I did go on a quest and find 2 extra Nerus to complete the animation loop, which resulted in finding this really cool design. This one also I think is fun because she's wearing boxing gloves. But this one? I was discussing last stream how there is definitely a lack of Neru content where it's Neru and she has a costume. A lot of them she's just in her standard outfit. So when I saw that one, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm suspicious that I'm gonna have this done by the end of this stream. Because it doesn't take much time, these Nerus. It doesn't take much time to colour them either. So, Astroblaze, how are you enjoying being bald? I'm not a fan of that. Try again. Squeaky Clean, hey, your Discord looks cool. Yeah, I was just talking about the new Discord updates. I mentioned you did it. Almost like someone spent a hecking long time on it. Yeah, I mentioned you. And Squeaky Clean. We have Squeaky Clean here to thank for setting up the new server roles. It's a good thing to have in place because it's good for conversation, sure, but it also means that if the spam bot comes in and starts dropping a bunch of weird links, it can't actually share anything because the bots can't access the server properly. So it keeps everyone safe from that problem too. So now you can get some sus bots. I know one has been in a server I've been in before where it just joins and it just spams a bunch of sus content and links to websites you shouldn't be on. It's like, wow, that was jarring. I've also updated the rules, so they're refreshed and up to date, and I've updated a few of the channel names. I think some of the other stuff I want to do for it is update the actual name of the server and change the profile picture. Munchy Stars, hi, hi! Astroblaze is very liberating. Not your baldness. Good, good. Hi, Mochi. Do you have the day off today also? How was work for everyone that's been in work today? Oh, Squeaky was streaming Cult of the Lamb. But I was just saying, Squeaky, I I was so distracted watching your stream. I hadn't realized what time it had gotten to. You see, Squeaky has a cult full of cats now. Okay, so I need these to be in a different color because I'm pretty sure the stripes are color coded. Yes, we need colored stripes. And we also need to sort out her polka dots and her makeup, which are both going to be different colors. So let's just draw those in. Polka dots going to be last. We'll do the stripes first. Yeah, I made the first use of the new art system, Squeaky, with the live viewers app. It's not been functional up until now. Well, that was worded poorly. It is functional now. It wasn't a feature up until now. And this one has a little... There's like a theme, I think, with Neru being like a mastermind ever since Mesmerizer. Girlie needs her hair. She is bald and she needs a hat. She's got like a little hair clip in her. Oh, I missed the top part of her makeup too. I'll add that, don't worry. I haven't actually done much today. I've been really exhausted. I mean, I say that. I did do some work on the animation meme, and I've been mostly working on a commission for a friend. So I have been busy. I've just not been doing anything that can be shared. And this girlie needs polka dots now. Why did my music abruptly stop? I've only just pressed play on this video. It's at 3 minutes 20 seconds out of a 3 minutes 26-second video, and it's paused to ask if I'm still watching. Okay, and we're gonna do a polka dots in this color too. Just makes it easier to go through later when I change it all. I'm suspicious that bottom polka dot wouldn't actually be noticeable. And she has them on her shirt too, but I might make them smaller for the shirt, even though they're the same size, just because she's chibi and her shirt is small. I'm literally just going to freehand these spots. I do it all the time with Colby. I can't be bothered making grids. So when I'm drawing Colby, I'm constantly being like, I'll just freehand the polka dots on like his ears and stuff. Like realistically, I could just make a grid, but why do that when I can just put them where it looks about right and then leave? I don't know what it is with me. I'm just like really tired recently. Clown Neru. She's a fool. Squeaky clean, you made food and did art stuff that chat isn't allowed to see. Did I make food? Oh yeah, I did. Not really sure that counts, that was easy. I'm looking forward to colouring these in though. It's just a bunch of like really clean, chunky shapes, so I feel like it's going to be satisfying. But yeah, I thought this one was funny because she's in, like, I had a couple of options for the final Neru, but there's just something about her being in a business suit and then just having the big chunky boxing gloves that I found amusing, so. We need to get Neru in Miku boxing. Has anyone in chat actually played Miku boxing? I have. It's actually really fun. Also, Mochi, how are those projects going? Your mini project? Squeaky Clean, you've played Miku boxing. Nice. Squeaky Clean, what do you think of Miku boxing? Oops. Got a really weird cut on my fingertip. I keep catching it and it hurts. I was rearranging the drawer in the kitchen, like a cutlery drawer, and then like sliced it on potato peeler. So I've got a really weirdly shaped cut that just keeps getting caught and everything. Mochi, pretty good so far. I'm almost done with my short video. Almost done. That's how it really is when it comes to, oh, this will be a short video, and then you're just there a month later going, still not ready. If you clean, you need to get back into playing it. Skelly, not Neru. Yellow one and banana me. Banana? I need to do her pants. We're actually almost up to colouring in the banana. Almost. Then I have to pick what I'm putting in the background as well. So it's not just this, I also have to design whatever the background will be for the animation too. Probably just simple and Neru themed. This one has like a really straight cut bottom of the pony. Side ponytails always look good on cartoons. I feel like they're really hard to actually make look good in real life though. Like it's a good looking anime and in cartoons, but it's one of them that I just think is tricky to make look good as an actual haircut. Okay, so we don't need the sketch for... Oops, no, we do need the rest of her. It's a sketch. Adobe, please cooperate. I know it's your worst hobby, Adobe, cooperating with the artist paying to use you, but cooperate, please. We can colour them now. That was already pretty much there. Especially considering they're getting swatched from the originals. This might be fairly quick. Might be fairly quick. I wonder if should we make more of these with different characters? Wouldn't necessarily have to be Vocaloid either. We could do it for other stuff. If we do on pause, I guess we're coloring in this one first. Not really a hard choice to colour first, but I'm on the wrong layer. Much stars. After my short, I'm going to be making another short that's about the tales of Lunaria lore. Ooh. Any idea how long that's going to take? Is it going to be more or less work compared to what you're currently doing? Well, that was quick. Try and make the leaf shiny. Like nothing too crazy, just like a little bit of shine up here. Is any of the lore something you can talk about currently, or do we all have to wait? I think the top of it a little bit darker. It might look kind of a bit more baked. Just subtly. That's one done. Who should we do next? Should I just close my eyes and hit pause? Melt's next. See, again, it's like I don't want to spend too much time on shading it. Because in theory, it's not going to be on the screen that long, but also things look better with shading. Maybe I can get away with adding like a little bit. Or at least just on the hair, make the hair pretty. Put some highlights on it. We can have shiny hair as a treat. Just going with like a diamond shape for these. This is just a little bit glossier. Whoops, she's got a tan and a coloured eyeball now. Still fighting the urge to shade it all. Just a... Like just enough to make the hair nice. And where did the hair shines all go? When did I nerf them? Are you kidding me? I goofed. I'm gonna have to fix the line up manually. That's a setback. At least I noticed it now. As Astro Blaze, you found another Neru if you want one. Got more Nerus? I'd like to see the baby. I'd like to see the costume. The issue is if I add more Nerus, I need to add them in batches of 3 because the little bounce animation I've added, oops, works in 3s. So to complete the loop, I would need to push it back up to 3. And Mochi, are you going to say is it's going to be about the world, how the world works, and it's going to be mainly about Kara and Ash, and also the magic? But I like the magic. Magic's fun. I feel like her skin tone is looking dangerously close to her hair color there. Well, shadow helps it, I guess. Well, cardigan is just a white color. I'm coloring in the cuffs currently. And her hair tie. The one little bit of eyebrow. Cute. Pink skirt, grey shirt. That is an awful pink. Let's improve that. It's kind of a pinky purple. It's a little bit lavender, I think. Yeah, with the lavender, that's better. We can't actually see her shoes in this. I could make them pink to match the rest of her clothes. To match her skirt. Or I could make them like a brown colour to match the bag and the concept that she's probably wearing loafers, because they're always wearing loafers because it's Vocaloid. Always loafer. I think it's just an anime thing in general. The brown shoes probably go better. And I think her socks are matching her shirt. Well, her hoodie. Danger Island, hello. Would you like to be an animator for a recreation of the first episode of a show I made? Please reply in the chat because I have audio on mute. Honestly, I'd need more context. I don't have a lot of free time at the moment. I have a lot of personal projects that I need to get finished before I'm in the hospital. Oops, I just moved the libraries. Look at her go! Dance, Neru, dance! Okay, her eyes in this are brown. A light brown. I'm not entirely sure how I want to shade all this. It doesn't have to all be in different colours. I was just kind of separating it off so I could see better. Astro Blaze, it's circle you, circle you. It's the only one you have though. Ooh. Does she have a design in it? I know in Circle You, there is a huge collection actually of characters, aren't there? Is Neru actually one of them? Because I've never noticed. If you send a screenshot reference to the references bit in Discord, please. Hmm, they're looking a bit buggy to me. If I change this brown to match the color that's inside, instead of having it standing out. Sometimes I like to keep things different, the line art separated like this, literally just so that future me has a choice when it comes to how I color it, you know? Like if I want to make it shinier or if you want to make it shinier, it can help to have colored line art in different areas. Astro Blaze. Yeah, I checked. Give me a few minutes. I would be able to swipe a couple of extra Nerus off of a creator I found that's, you know, the one that I said is carrying Neru music. Them. Um, color the whites of the eyes and color these shines in. Could just keep them all white. Give them a bit of a yellow tint. I think she's okay. It's literally just this outer bit here that I think is just off color-wise. Maybe it just needs to not be as dark, just slightly lighter. Maybe? Neru. Okay, so I'm going to press play again. I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to pause it. Mystify is next. Should we start with the big glasses? Make them shiny. Shiny glasses. So what has everyone been up to today? Well, Squeaky Clean, you've just been streaming. And you've been doing Discord programming for most of the day. Good job. I do really appreciate it. It is really cool now the server feels a bit more professional. This is like a cheesy yellow, isn't it? This is cheesy. Cheese her. She's no longer the banana Miku, now she's the cheese Miku. Does that mean Neru was Colby's favorite Vocaloid? Is his favorite going to be Neru because she reminds him of cheese? And it's literally just as stupid as, well, you're yellow, so you're cheese. It's not, you're yellow and I'm yellow. It's, you're yellow, so you're cheese. Best idol. So I think a bit of shading on the hair because it'll make it stand out more, and shading where it makes things look better. I don't want to go too crazy with it. These things are literally on the screen for 3 frames each. This one uses this curly highlight. Should we keep that on? I'll add her bright yellow curly highlight. It's a little bit comically large though, I've done that on purpose. And Danger Island, the first episode is on my YouTube. Well, unfortunately, I can't check it out while I'm live currently. So that's for the big curl on her head. Let's do like little round shinies for this one, maybe? I don't know. Try thinner brush maybe. Just do like teardrop shapes. I want to try and make it look plastic. Because she looks like she could be a figure here. And the only reason I'm not answering Danger Island too quickly is because they've already mentioned that they don't have speaker volume on. So if I talk to them, I need to get to a point where I can pause and then I can type in chat to reply. So still, whoa, their skin is like purple. Why are you so purple? Why are you a corpse? Corpse Neru? Excuse me? She has like a glowy patch on her nose. That looks stupid. I'll use it for her cheeks instead. Never mind. Corpse Neru! Zombie Neru! Halloween's Neru! I can check out Danger Island. I can check out your stuff after stream. Um, oh, it's like an 11-second trailer. Well, it isn't a traditional way of recruiting. By more details, I mean more like technical details. Skelly, I've been playing Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar for 3 hours. Yeah, but how many of those long cats and dogs have you got now? Corpse Neru, you're terrifying. It's like, I know she's purple. It's one of them where it's like, you know, when people talk about color theory, she is purple purple. If you look up here, it's like, yes, she's purple, but with all the bright colors around her, it blends in more and looks a little bit more natural. But over here, without the other colors, she's just looking like a zombie. You know? And that's one of the interesting things when it comes to color theory, is just how much the colors around palette change it. For example, Professor Layton, he is orange orange, and I learnt this when I did a lot of acrylic painting, and someone commissioned me to draw a portrait with Professor Layton included, and the paint I mixed for him was, like I say, orange orange. He's orange. He is like a certain dictator level of orange. So I feel like this one would benefit from some extra color too. Okay, and then I think the stripes are meant to be like a light purple piece. I want to make some areas of the design a bit shinier. But yeah, he's bright orange. He's like a really bright orange, like orange orange. But when you paint the browns around him in the rest of his design, And then the world he's in, where it uses a lot of yellows in the color palettes, he's suddenly a lot less orange. But I just remember sitting there, I think it was my first proper encounter, because I was doing these in like high school. My first true like encounter with color theory sort of things, and it's like, oh, I think a lot of people complain about color theory and say that it's like, oh, you know where people will have like, oh, it's one color here and one color there, and they'll put one on a black background and one on white, and they'll draw the line, and they look like two different colors, but when they draw the line, they're the same. It's basically that. I've seen a lot of, I don't want to say fear-mongering, but I've seen a lot of posts recently where people are trying to make color theory, or people are perceiving color theory as scary. I think it's really fun. I don't think you need to be scared of it. Yeah, this one, because of all the yellows, I think she just needs the extra shading. This is going to be my gateway into going, okay, I'm going to shade and highlight all of them. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to resist the urge. But considering she's wearing yellow on yellow, I think those needed. I'm going to add a gloss to this too. Make this look shiny. Okay, it just messed up part of her hair here. I know it's being goofy. I'll manually fix it. Animate is good at fighting the artist, honestly. Danger Island, okay, doing a compilation of remastered animations. Okay, so it's like everyone would animate a little part. Like small parts to one big animation. Where are you organizing the project? Is another good question. Having something like if you're planning a big project, it's good to have an area to discuss with the artists you'll have on board or the people you're hiring. Okay, spooky Neru is done. I don't think she was meant to be spooky, but she's spooky, right? She's spooky. Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna pause on another one. Watch it end up being one with this already done. Boxing glove. Whoa, that's some bright hair. There we go. What's everyone else's favorite Naru so far? Does anyone have a favorite? This is when you're all like Teto, Miku, Blue Naru. Hi, Bubble. Some shiny on this too. Astro Blaze, did you share the Naru you'd found yet? Pebble, what's the matter? What's the matter? He's meowing so politely in the corridor. It's like he has 100 problems and all of them are that he wants second dinner. I'm just putting different shapes in the hair now. This one's got hearts. That one can just follow kind of the pattern of the hair. Choppy. Yeah, she's pretty cute actually. How about her boxing gloves are like the same fluorescent yellow. Maybe I can increase that brightness just so the hue's a bit different. Does anyone have any fun plans for the week? What's everyone up to later in the week? A lot of people I know are at work and school. That's less fun. Well, I just thought I could have done like star pattern for the shines instead, because in cartoons, when you get hit, you see stars, right? So I was thinking when this is published, it'll be at the top saying which Neru are you. And I was thinking at the bottom, I'm going to put a list of the costumes. So the music will accompany them. This Neru is also very pink. Can we like make her a little less bright pink? That's a bit more of a humanoid tone. A little bit less sunburnt. Actually, I think I've just been colouring the ears in completely. This one does have a cheek colour tone. Cute, cute. Her shirt is just white and then it's just a black suit. I'm gonna add a slight yellow tone to the shirt though. That might be cute. There you go, girly. You're a little bit more yellow than usual. And then grey suit. She looks so fancy all of a sudden. Skelly, more story of seasons Grand Bazaar. That's your plan for the week? The yellow one? Is it? You said it was for Switch and it's on Steam, I think you said. Last stream? Yeah. Let go. And now onto her eyes and face. No, that's way too red. We're not doing that. Same bright yellow as her eyes. Eyes are typically just fun to colour. What is your favourite part of a drawing, everybody? So if you're doing an illustration of a character, which part are you looking forward to colouring in or drawing the most? Hair, eyes, all those different features. Okay, that is actually pretty cute. Make that darker. That's very glossy. She's quite sweet. And then we want a different colour on the hearts. I mean, sometimes I use contrasting colours for all the eye sparkles to make them like stand out. Like I'll add blues and pinks in there to make it twinkly. It just adds some contrast and it's just a bit of fun. It really is about playing around with the options. that's cute. Astro Blaze depends on the drawing, but usually the clothing. Huh. You did go to town on that picture you drew for Date Everything, that game. That's another Neru. Dance, Neru, dance. So looking at the Kingdom so far, Astro Blaze, you're currently the monarch. Mochi Stars Arts is the heir to the throne, and Squeaky Clean is the knight in shining armor. We've also got up to 5 likes on the video. Thank you everyone for interacting. It really does help the algorithm, and it also helps encourage me to do it. Okay, I'm gonna look away. We're gonna pause game again, and see who's coloring in next. I can't be bothered with the gradients right now, though. Someone else. Reroll. She's cute, but I can't be bothered with all the dress yet. I swear, if it's Cloud Girl again, Cotton Candy Girl again, right? It's Saku. I was like, if she's returned, I'm going to be disgruntled. This one has a pretty nice soft color palette, actually. Everything looks a little rosy. So Jcrow had a huge controversy when it first came out because of the voice bank they used. It later got changed to Neru, which I think nobody saw coming. So they used Kayuki. The song is a little bit, I don't know how, I'm saying a little bit, I'm not sure how sexually explicit. I don't think it's extraordinarily, but it is along the theme of the person singing is singing about wanting to do it, basically. To my knowledge, I haven't seen the full translation, and I don't speak the language it's written in. But it does have sexual themes. And Kayuki's voice bank is very specific. Oh, I can do something really funny here. I can make the shine look like a fish. Okay, yes. It's a fish. Because a Zako is also a type of small fry, means small frying fish. So yeah, when it released, the song was controversial because it used the Kayuki voice bank, but Kayuki's description states that it is specifically the voice samples are from a 6-year-old, and they say you can use it for anything other than anything explicit, like sexually explicit, because, you know, it's young. And obviously, people saw a problem with that when this come out because they're like, well, we can tell the theme of this video, and we're noticing a terms and conditions situation here, an ethical issue here. And when it was pointed out, the artist took the music video down so it wasn't generating controversy income or anything. That's where I think that when they said that they were sorry and they didn't think about it like that, I can believe it because they took it down. A lot of artists will do stuff like that to make revenue off of the drama. You know when people say, "Oh yeah, go on and hate me because you're generating clicks, which is getting me paid." They, within 24 hours, took the music video down. Gone. It's no longer there. And a few weeks later, I think, they re-uploaded it using Neru instead to sing the song. I don't think anyone saw Neru coming. Everyone's like, Neru! But yeah, they did fix it, they did undo it, and they did take the original down. If the original stayed up there and they were still getting clicks and they're there going, oh yeah, I'm totally sorry, I'd have that kind of side eye where it's like, you're doing it on purpose, aren't you, for like controversy revenue? So remember when it first came out, I was like, oh yeah, this song's such a bop though. Like, I'm not justifying the controversy, I'm just saying the song was a bop, so it was a case of, well, that's a shame because it did sound good, but also ethically, no. But they went to the effort of not only redoing the song and reprogramming the song, they redid the entire music video with Neru as well. Like I say, I think if they were just doing it to get controversy revenue, don't think they'd have gone to all that effort with the Kaiyuki version. I feel like the Kaiyuki would have been suspiciously low budget comparatively. If not, they really invested in that controversy. No. Like if they really did do it on purpose to get revenue clicks and channel attention, they heavily invested in their music videos. Damn. But no, I believe that people can make mistakes, and looking at how they reacted to the situation, I can believe that it was a mistake and not anything malicious. I don't think that shade is good for the skin tone. She's just very pink. She's not as pinky purple as Mr. Fire. Mr. Fire is a zombie still. She's still a zombie. But no, I'm glad they addressed it. I'm glad they changed it. It's also pretty cool Neru got a song out of it. Grey socks, grey shoes. Oh, look! Loafers! You designing a Vocaloid character? Give them loafers. It's talking about, how I was like, one of the things that inspired this was how Teto and Miku, plenty of things, and then I'm like, but what about Neru, triple backer? It keeps getting mentioned, but no one ever uses Neru. Um, there's a newish Neru song. It's called Flop Error. It's by, I almost want to call them E Pigeon. It's spelt similarly to pigeon. It's like Pion? Pion? I'm not sure what the producer's name's pronounced as. But it's called Flop Error. It's by Neru. Someone released a version of it that's called something like, what was it? Someone re-released it with a title like Flop Error Trendy Version. In the title, it just says Trendy Version, and the difference is it's voiced by Teto. Very much Stars Arts, finally. Last part of the short, yeah, you're getting through it. Oh, well done. You're almost done. You'll be free from it soon. Whoa, accidentally made a jaundiced. So you know how I was saying about having different colours in the eye? I thought this would be a cute one to have like pink up there to match the clothes. Sometimes I put them on like these parts. Like there. Cute. Yeah, Zako translates to small fry. Um, so thought it was funny to add a fish here. That's the shine. We're gonna do another pause game. Oh, static! Nice. I'm not sure this one's going to suit shading because this one's just glaringly vibrant, you know? So I think this one might literally just be a fill job. Bright pink on this one, bright blue on that one. I need to neon those up a bit. And then the skirt is rainbow to match Miku's. I'm going to sample them across just to get the colours in the right place, but they're kind of grayed off because of the screenshot. So I'm going to increase the brightness on certain things in a minute. I'm just getting the colour sampled. The trousers are just like blacked out. She is bright orange, bright red, and her clip is blacked out, and so is the bit on top of her head. So this wants to be grayed. These want to be grayed. And then I need to tweak the color palettes because they're all kind of not as bright as I feel like they should be. Yeah. It's like I'm turning up the brightness on the screen. It's like we need more eye strain actually. Buttons blue and red? Like what is that? Red. Boom. Now it's good. Oh wait, no, this is meant to be like a cyan. And this one's magenta. What colour are those meant to be? Pink. It's meant to be pink. Add a little bit more blue to that, just to keep it different from the jacket. Cyan again. And yellow. She's very cute. I think I might tweak the line art on the grayed out parts of this one to try and emphasize the stylization a bit more. Yeah, I'll fix it, don't worry. So I did actually share the Neru one that I was talking about with Flop Error. I have actually shared that onto Discord, I think. For those that don't know, we have an art server. There is a link in the description for it. She's very cute, actually. Add some extra, just like some really bright highlights to her hair, maybe. Like just some little narrow lines. Or does she look better without them? We'll see. She's kind of sweet. I also, oh yeah, need to fix the tie because I realised after I've drawn the wrong pattern for it. So it's actually more like this. Like it's still bright blue. Finished Murder Drones too. Seen all of that. Now I just need to see Knights of Guinevere, and then I'm up to date with Glitch until they release something else. That's better. Oh, she's very sweet. Technically, her facial features, if I'm doing the full stylization, should also be darker. I'll do it. But it helps the overall look. There you go. I'll change that button to yellow. In fact, I feel like this can be a much brighter yellow on the skirt, so let's just make it match the hair, basically. Skelly, bite me. Hello, Woozy. Hi, show mentioned. Yeah, I don't know. I was watching it, thinking you could have a bite me counter on this. And then in the boss battle, they played a song called Nightcore Bite Me. Yeah, that checks out. Like Uzi's mother was introduced, and also they didn't do anything with it. It's like she was introduced, she's there, and now she's been thrown back in the hole. Gone. Okay, ready to pause. Go. I've already done you. Reroll. Pause. Are you kidding me? Again? Did I even press play? Okay, go. No way. No way! Did I press play? Go away, Zacho! Okay. Okay, well, it's not Zacho. Go. No! Leave me alone! We've already done you. I keep looking away. Okay. Okay. It's not Zacho. I was getting so many. She just kept returning. I wasn't looking at the screen. It was like a jump scare of Zacho. Also, Danger Island, you've audio now. Congratulations. Welcome to the world of hearing. Hmm. So this is the one from Flop Era. I tried to keep the style kind of blocky because she's got a blocky look to her hair, right? I'm gonna try and keep the shading a bit blocky too. Hmm. I mean, they just have like curves at the bottom and stuff, and like just triangular cuts and curves. I'll go with that. This one is also very shiny. Danger Island. By the way, please upload the animatic when finished, please, and upload it on YouTube. The episode is on my YouTube and called Keeping Up with the Car Danger Islanders. Well, I was seeing the um so I need more context on stuff like that when it comes to doing like a whole animation, and like an animatic is a lot of work depending on how long it is as well. Because animatic implies you've already passed like a storyboarding stage, so your animators would need storyboards or thumbnails at least as a resource to make animatics. Oh, this is one of the Nerus that actually has her eyebrows visible still. A lot of them are missing eyebrows. I think it looks really bad. Oh, like I say, you're going to need resources and references if you want an animation, people to animate it. You're going to need some sort of means of communicating with your animators, like, well, Discord's one example. You're also going to need to be clear as to if compensation's going to be a thing from the get-go. But animation is a lot of work and time, like a lot. So clear construction and instructions and all that, pretty key. People need to know what they're getting into. You gotta go. Bye. Add some shinies down here. Wait, am I getting carried away with shading? I wasn't thinking for a minute there, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm shading it again. You won't believe me if I told you what song started playing right now. After all of those Nerus, Zako's just come on the playlist. I'm being haunted at this rate. I think I want to make this a little bit more pigmented? Yes, that's cuter. Go. Ah, now it's Bird Brain. Bird Brain hasn't been stalking me. Probably because I've not drawn Teto yet. What shoes does she have there? Pink. Oops. She's got no mouth. Okay. This Neru's not wearing socks. Not as bad as the copious amount of Nerus that just don't have shoes. Shocking amount of Neru with no shoes. I was discussing this last stream. Like, considering the low volume of Neru that actually have costumes, they statistically have a high chance of having the grippers out. Not yellow one stalking, not pinky lemon stalking, it's fish tank stalking. It's always comes back around to Stardew Valley every time. No, I like how she's turned out on these. I think she looks pretty sweet. You know, sometimes you draw and it's like you draw and you know how your art looks, and it's like, okay, I drew this picture, I like this, but then sometimes you draw something and you're like, no, that looks particularly cute. I did a particularly good job with this one. Type mentality. I'm like, I think these Neros have turned out particularly well. They're very cute. No, Zako, don't scare. You're excited to find out which Nero you are? We got to colour her eyes again. More red. cycle. Astro Blaze, I think you missed a bit on her ear. Oh, I see it. I was just looking at it being like, is that a gap between her ponytail and her hair? No, yeah, you're right. That is her ear. I was literally like, I missed it. 100%, I missed it. And then I just noticed it and was like, what is that? Is it a gap in her ponytail? Maybe it's a gap in her ponytail. And then I got distracted again. No, you're right. That's her ear. She can't hear us. She did a Van Gogh. You know, I find it interesting considering she's a canon character with a canon design. Well, she kind of logically has a design, a canon design, right? But one of the fun things about Vocaloids is just the high variety you get in costumes to the extent of whilst coloring it in, before coloring the eyes, I'm like, okay, and what color are her eyes today? What color do I need for her eyes? Like, we've had one of them already that had brown. Oh, jaundiced. No, I like it with the darker. I think this might also be a cute one to add a little bit of pink. She's got pink down here. Got some little pink shines in her eye. Well, that's very sweet, actually. Oh, dance, Neru, dance. Skelly, you're the heir now. And it says king. Huh? Let me see. No, you're the monarch. Astro Blaze is the heir. Mochi is the knight. Squeaky clean? You've not got a title. How do you feel about this? I'm taking a look to see if Astro Blaze has put the extra Neru in yet. Oh my gosh, Skelly's shared his collection of animals on Stardew. They're so big. Why are they so big? Let's see, references. Oh yeah, we moved Wi-Fi, so I shouldn't have any problems with Wi-Fi anymore. Oh, you're right! Neru is there! The side pony! He is in there! Bruh. I'll have to see if we can find 2 extra ones to complete the cycle. Anyway, pause game, go. Oh, normal Neru. Was I was wrong. Was incorrect. I think it's definitely a good choice considering like how much of her is head and hair. I think it definitely is a good choice to be like minimal shading, sure, but giving her hair that shading. Also, it's really satisfying for me. I like coloring it in. Does anyone actually have a favorite Neru? Did any of you know who she was before I started doing this? It's okay. Don't worry, Neru. We're gonna show people who you are. Has anyone eaten yet? What kind of food has people had? I don't know what I want to eat today. Egg fried rice has just been going pretty well recently. With like some soy and MSG. They're good. Oops. Oh, look, a nice piece of air that I should totally color in. Well, I'm bullying myself there, just to clarify. I'm not bullying like Astro Blaze or anything. Cute. Bro, my color. My colors! I want this color though. Ha. Cheated. I'm like, no, it's a nice color. I'm not redoing it. Mochi Stars Arts. I had no idea who she is. There you go. The mission's already a success. We already have at least one person knowing who the yellow one is, who didn't previously. Shiny. Okay, so she's kind of... She's got a bronze color for most of this. Because of the chibi nature of it, I couldn't fit all of the details on, like, the straps for this holster. I think that holster is actually for her phone, but it looks like it's for a gun, and I like the idea of Neru having a gun. It's funny to me. Give Neru a gun. Slowly. Little tie. Hmm. It's like, can I add more details in? She's very small is the problem. So I'm like, I want to add the extra details in. I just don't think I can squeeze them in, is the unfortunate bit. I really like these zigzag cuts on her upper arm, though. What does her arm tattoo say? So many questions. Let's change the colour of the clips on this, though. And her phone. We can give her phone a screen, though. I'm not sure I should go as hard as giving it buttons with the details, because something tells me they're just going to disappear into the design. Cute. Master Blaze, it's okay. I know you're always bullying me. No! Mean! Pagoki, hi! Skelly. Fluffy stories of seasons, dogs and cats. And Bagoki, you took some photos today. Nice. What kind? What were you doing photography on? We're doing Nerus. We've been colouring today, Bagoki. Yesterday you missed sketching and drawing them all. Before I just fill you in and I press play so you can see some of the... Watch her go, yay! I got absolutely harassed by Zako Miku at Neru. Damn. I committed the biggest sin. Called her the yellow Miku. Yeah, I was being stalked by the Zako Miku. I think I did the pause game without looking at the screen like maybe 3 times, 4, and she just kept spawning. This one has that brown in the middle of her eyes. But yeah, if you made color palettes of like Vocaloid characters, but took into account all the different figures and modules and music videos, plushies, art, official art, all that stuff, you'd have a whole bunch of designs and color palettes. I'm trying to think of other fandoms where they have characters that just have so much variety in style and design, and I'm kind of hard trying to find an example of that. You go to Vocaloid, even with the Utao, if there's been enough of them, usually there's just a copious amount of art for them and variety. Oops. Yeah, she's pretty cute. Yeah. Pause game, go! Anyway, Bagoki, how have you been? You were doing photography of the last flowers that were blooming. Aw. How was your gardening going? I know a while ago you mentioned you were off to buy dirt to make good plants for your bees. Look away, pause game, go! I saw the bow and for a minute I was like, that better not be. She's returned. No. This was very pastel, actually. Very cute. I goofed. I need to select the line out first. There we go. Now we can colour her. Bagoki, you're a Vocaloid fan. What do you know about Yellow Miku? What do you know about Banana Miku? Oops. Mochi, how's your project going? You said you were nearly done, and I'm like, how's it going? When do we get that lore? When are we going to get the lore drop? Do I get a sneak peek? Astroblaze won't give me sneak peeks. Astroblaze is mean. Astroblaze is mean to Jcrow. Make the wavy top ones on this. Shiny. Bagauki. I know that Neru has no official voice bank, so people usually use an altered Miku voice. Yeah, I found she's classed as a derivative of Miku, meaning that her voice is derived from a Miku voice bank, I'm assuming. If you listen to her music, she does kind of sound like a pitched up Miku. I find it interesting that people like want to use the character enough that they're like, well, this will work. We'll make it work. She's very, very pink. This one actually does have socks. Looks like they're kind of white. She's got a pink shirt. Yeah, this is another one where the colours are all so similar to each other that I think it does need shading to help the different parts stand out. So she gets the luxury of some bonus shading to make sure she doesn't just look washed out. I know if I did something like this and I was like, I couldn't see it being like, request what Neru you want me to draw. And it's like, well, he doesn't have a lot of costumes, so versus if it's like, oh yes, doing Teto, request a costume, we'd never end the stream. It'd just keep going. Okay, the skirt is grey. The bow tie looks like an off blue. Yeah, it's like a blue shade. Watch Stars Art's pretty good, almost done. No, I won't give you any sneak peeks. What? Now Mochi's being Jameen as well. Where's my just sneak peeks? What the heck? Humph. Maybe I won't give you a sneak peek. No. I will gatekeep my secrets. And then I got that mentality of, look what I drew. Oops. I mean, don't look. Yeah, this one also just has bright yellow, so we're going to wing it with the colours. No sneak peeks. I'm never going to see anything in my life again. Mr. Blaze, Mochi, please give her a sneak peek. Maybe then she'll stop asking me. Joke. Never. Speaking of, Astro Blaze, just sneak peek when? I want to witness. Show me your pretty pictures. I'll sign a non-disclosure, it's fine. Let's see, I'm suspicious I have been forgetting to color in the whites of her eyes. Look at them, now they're laughing at my inability to witness things, honestly. Bullied. Cute. That one does have her eyes colored, that one does not. I knew it. Let's just fill in the eyes on the ones that I've not colored yet, because I know I've been forgetting. That one does look colored. Yes, it is. I think that one might be colored too, guys. That looks colored, yes. She's got some really pretty color palettes. That, I'm biased because I'm a fan of yellow. Yellow's like my favorite color, so biased. That one's pretty cool. The black and white one. Pause game, go! Zako, you're becoming my enemy. Not Zako, but I'm watching you. Static, you've been done. Come on. No. Completed. Hey. It's like, at what point do I start actually looking at the screen? I don't know. Okay, this one. Can give her. This one looks like a menace. This one's. I don't trust this one. I don't trust this one. Would you trust this one? I would not. I feel like this one's out to expose like your internet history or something. Uh, there's no point that I've just done all the line art on her eyes. Here you go. It's okay, I'll just manually fix this bit. So I like the color I used. See like a spot of blue there? Don't need that. Bro. This one might be an op. Okay, it's weird we could experience colours differently. Not talking about being types of colourblind, there is no form of communication that can show what red looks like from mine or your brain. That is true. That is really cool as a concept, though. So it's like everyone's been taught, like, well, this colour is red and this is what red looks like, but realistically, you've got no way to fact check that. It is interesting. Because you point at a color and it's like, this is red, but like, that's why some people don't know they're colorblind until they literally become adults because of it. Because they've been taught what the color is called, the same way that you guys all know what fork is. Okay, so if a fork looks kind of like this, right? And a spoon's kind of like this. Well, what if I was raised being told that they were the other way around and that this is what a spoon is, and you guys went, Jcrow, draw a spoon, and I did this. I'm not gonna know until someone corrects me that I've been raised incorrectly. I mean, I've already found that out, but teeny weeny bit of hand. Bit of line out down here I need to repair. How much does that final show you a tiny sneak peek in a bit, but that's all. Sneak peek. And you're still making the OC Arcane backstory, and that's what you meant, that you're almost done with, and the next is a short for Tales of Lunaria. Believe in you, you can do it. So should I shade her hair? The black and white hair. No, that's colour of red to it. I've gone the wrong way. That way. Just give it like a grey tint. And then try and add like a little bit of shade. Make it spiky because she seems like she's got a spiky personality in this one. See, you do not have to give me a sneak peek if you don't want to. You can keep your secrets, don't worry. Sneak peek though. See me. It's gonna make these lines a bit sharper. Suddenly I just thought cheeseburger and now I'm like, I don't have any. Okay, that's a spooky Neru. Not to be confused with Mr. Fire Miku, Neru, who is purple. Purple. The different styles are really fun though. Dance, Neru. But okay, it could be a reason why people have different favorite colors. Um, I think people will have different favorite colors impacted by their ability to see different colors, definitely. But I think favorite colors are more to do with personality. Perception obviously is going to play a huge role because you need to see it to like it in terms of color. But I think it's personally, I think it's more to do with your personality. Your ability to perceive it will impact it though. I seem to be pausing closer to the beginning of the loop. Okay, so on average, I seem to get Zacho and Static a lot, huh? What's the next one along is Colby. We could do Colby. This one's interesting because I'm not entirely sure how to color this one. Obviously, there's the Colby themed element cards. Colby elements are easy. And then we pick a color and shade for like the skin and the hair. All these little stitch details. I think we've also had a Colby cosplaying Miku on the channel as well. In one of the other memes I've done. What if I make these little shines reverse of each other? That's kind of cute. Pink shine in the green eye, green and green in the pink. Make that a bit lighter actually. It's pretty cute. Let's do the rest of the line art first, maybe. Ah. Blue. Orig. Purplish colour. Only colours that are necessarily designated. And obviously she's wearing a shirt because she's not going to be naked like that. This is an old picture of Colby, that's why a lot of the details aren't like accurate. But it is my profile picture. Ah, the boots. Thing. Probably a normal skin tone. You know, not the bright orange ones and the purple ones we've seen. I take colours from the original Neru, maybe. Might need to make her a bit paler. Colby's very pastel. Yeah. It's got like a more of a pastel shade. So that the values aren't off. It's going to be very easy to throw the values off with some of this detail, actually. Like this detailed where all the colors are similar in terms of being pastel. Then that means she's got skin stitches, and that's a little bit cringe. Let's start with her Neru yellow. That's blending in with the orange hair a lot. Try this one. This one's a nice tone as well. We need it to not blend in with the shirt yellow and not blend in with the orange on the ear. That's cute, but it blends with the shirt, you know? That one blends in more. Maybe we go with this one, and it might stand out better once I've got some shading on it. Raguki, I wonder what a being who has no bias to colors would have as their favorite. Like, what if they had no negativity towards red? Booster Gold, stand ready for my arrival, worm. I misread that as the arrival of your worm. Like you were about to send a worm into chat. I'm like, is it going to be a new account just joined that's got worm on a string as a profile picture? Because that'll be pretty great. I'm not stood up though, I'm sat down. Neru's stood up though. So are all the other Nerus. Worm on the string Neru? Question mark. Close enough. Neru stood. She welcomed you in. We're using the colour palette from this one. The heck? How are you doing, Booster Gold? And Bagoki, it is an interesting question. You're basically asking what an alien's favourite colour would be, sort of thing, right? Animals can have favourite colours. How about that one? That one's interesting. Pebble, my cat, really likes, he has a favourite toy. And it is literally a stick, and then on the end it has a bunch of feathers. Like, these are all feathers. It's a feather duster, basically, but it's a cat toy. Uh, he's a simple creature. But he does have favourite colours, so the shop we buy them from has lots of different types of this same toy in. And we've bought him lots of different colours. His favourite colour is what we perceive as red and yellow. And to a cat, I don't think they perceive red. I think cats see red as a brownish tone. He can kind of see yellow, but I think yellow's going to be a little bit brownish green to him, essentially. Red is definitely going to be a brown. Cats can mostly see in tones of yellow, brown, and green. Oh, and blue. They can see a bit of blue. So, as far as Pebble's association with colours goes, he does have preferred colours, because literally I was buying him new toys the other day, a couple of days ago, and we were looking at the colour options, and we were literally taking loads off the rack to get to the different colours at the back. So we were like, his favourite colour's at the back, and we need to get him his favourite colour. This one's looking pretty cute. We recolour the stitches, which aren't actually this colour anymore. They are something else, but I don't think it matters too much at this point. Do I make the stitches Colby coloured, or do I make them skin coloured? I make them match her skin. Because I could make them a little bit more like this. It might look better. Polka dots. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cute. I might give her coloured buttons, and I'm thinking a little bit of shadow on the legs just to make the pants have a bit more volume. Does anyone else's pets have a favourite toy or favourite colour? Have they got a favourite toy? Does it come in varieties? Because Pebble plays with stuff by basically destroying it over time. So you know you've got him a good toy if he's destroyed it, basically. We've almost got all the Nerus. How many's missing? Cloud one, the sleepy one, and the clown. Let's do the clown. But yeah, so it's like my cat plays with stuff by destroying it. My cousin's dog plays with stuff by destroying it. Like, you know, you've got them a good toy if they've destroyed it, basically, because they love it. And then that means their favorite toy is now destroyed, so, oh, gotta go and buy a new one. And then, like I say, with that is situation that we've got. I've not recolored the line art for this one. But yeah, that situation then leads into color choices and which ones he'll ignore, which ones he wants to play with. Watch your stars arts. I tagged you in the sneak peek. I want to see the sneak peek. Let's do a sneak peek. Posts. Here's a sneak peek. I'm almost done. Yay. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, wait, that's wholesome. I love it. 100 out of 10 sneak peek. Which looks so cute. Maybe I should cosplay Neru cosplaying Colby. Oh, why did that go so grotty in colour? Cringe. Try again. Hmm. I'm wondering if I should put an off-grade with a little scribble on a nose. That might look cute. You need to colour in the ruffles appropriately too. Mr. Blade, thank you for the sacrifice, Mochi. Good sacrifice, good sacrifice. Nah, Mr. Blade, sneak peek. More sneak peek. Greedy. Like Pebu trying to get second dinner. Hmm. Her polka dots are just white. Eee, nice. She's a fool. Oops. What did I do there? I'm doing a bunch of stuff by accident. Try that again. I'm like hyper vigilant on this because I can just sense that I'm going to mess something up. The design's kind of complicated in terms of line art and coloured lines. I'm like, I'm going to goof up something, I know it. Okay, so this has a yellow stripe and a blue stripe. Let's go. And oops, blue. Funky. Weird notifications from apps that I swear I've never used. Okay, now. This one's pretty moody. Maybe I should change the expression. Moody Neru? I think she looks moody in a lot of art, actually. It's a pretty standard expression for her at this point. She does have a whole song called Stop Nagging Me, to be fair. kind of speaks for itself, right? So this one has a lot of polka dots. I'm not really sure I can incorporate polka dots as well into a shading pattern. But she's also very spiky, so I think I might go with spiky shinies. Bit too bright. It was really interesting. I'm sure one of these music videos that I've included only uploaded like a week ago. I wonder how it'd feel to be on the producer's end of that being if you like witness. Imagine you're a Vocaloid producer and you just see a pause game or something. Just seeing fan art of your version of a character in general. I think that's pretty cool. Imagine you uploaded it no more than a week ago and then already it's like, which Neru are you and you see your Neru in there? I think that's kind of cool too. Um, make sure her hands are coloured. Whoa. Make sure these leg cuff things are covered. And her pants are what? Just yellow and black. Okay. She's on theme. She's very fancy. She's a fancy fool. Like, okay, I wonder what I'm going to do in the future. Do anything you want in the future. Become a Vocaloid producer and make Vocaloid music about bees. You're welcome. Write that down, write that down. This one's eyes are kind of faint. And she just has a lot of muted colours on this design in general. Considering she's a clown and her theme is yellow, they're quite muted colours. It's kind of also interesting going through the designs on just the eyes, actually. Oh, that was messed up. Yeah, my tummy's grumbling. What if I do what I did with Colby's eye and like add some coloured reference here? I could put them in the opposite eye or I could reference the makeup directly. I'm worried that the yellow's too faint. Let's just make them both blue. Make this a bit sharper on the edges so it's a bit more intentional. Oh, she's very sweet actually. She should have coloured stripes on her cuffs too, but they're a bit too small to add that detail. So I think it's going to be left out. Check out all the Nerus. I think only two need colour now. Cotton Candy Girl and uh, Sleeper Rex or something? ZZV? Triple Z. Hey, I even paused her on time. Hey, she kind of has a cinnamon roll looking bag on the reference image there, actually. Just these two left. You can have like a cute pause game. You can pick which Neru you are by just hitting pause and being like, cool, and melt. Are you a tuna melt? My friend was obsessed with those in college. She'd always get the tuna melt paninis. It's pretty fun, actually. Pause. I'm boxing glove suit Neru. We have reached the end of the stream. Thank you everybody for joining the monarchy today. Shout out to Astroblaze, the monarch, Mochi Styles, the heir to the throne, and Skelly, the knight shining armor. Thank you everybody that we have seen today. David Animation, Booster Gold, Squeaky Clean, Bagoki, Danger Island. I think that's everybody that's been in chat today. Thank you all for joining the live stream. The streaming schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. UK time. Depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Have a great day or sweet dreams. Bye bye.